Welcome to the Red Chair interview series. I'm your host, Gabe, and today we have the honor of interviewing Northeast President Dr. Leah Barrett. Dr. Barrett, thanks for joining us.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
Your career has led you to many different states, including Arizona, Wyoming, Indiana, Idaho, and New York, just to name a few. But what drew you into the great state of Nebraska?
Northeast Community College. When I was looking to become a college president, the profile of the institution truly spoke to me. The work that supporting a rural area, recognizing its role in a special place. My grandmother and grandfather's farm was like literally 2 hours directly north of Norfolk.
Really?
And so when I came to visit, before I even applied for the job, I remember waking up in the morning in my hotel, walking outside and hearing the same birds that I used to hear when I'd wake up at my grandpa and grandma's house. And it was kind of a special moment for me, and I said, wow, I think I've got to explore this more. So in addition to Northeast being such an incredible institution to be able to join and become a part of, it felt kind of like home.
That's really awesome. How have you seen Northeast grow during your time here?
Wow, I would say our growth has really been in the diversity of who we're welcoming. We have increased the amount of students in adult basic education and English language learning. We have grown the number of students that are in our dual enrollment programs and getting exposed to college and having that opportunity to explore. We've had incredible growth in our utility line program that supports our entire state with those certification opportunities that those professionals are required to do every year. Our growth has not been in the traditional age student. However, the experience of the traditional age student has really been enhanced by some of the new facilities that we have opened or remodeled, and the growth of the interest in living in residential life.
If the Hawk Shop gave you free merch for life, what would you pick first?
Oh my gosh, that would be so hard.
Right?
You know what I would pick first?
What?
I cannot have enough stocking caps.
Really?
Winter caps, I love them. I think I have 4. And so if they would have a new one, that would be the first thing I'd get. And then, of course, the sweatshirt.
Yeah.
T-shirt. Yeah, I have this morning, what to wear for the Red Chair interview, right? I was like, okay, which sweatshirt am I going to wear? I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We do a great job.
I was almost thinking about going to get something new, but I was like, I'm going to get stuck in the shop for like an hour just looking at all the great stuff they have.
We are very fortunate to have the leadership that we have in the Hawk Shop. They know how to do retail merchandising, and it looks good, and people buy it, and it's awesome.
Absolutely.
We have a great brand as well, right?
For real.
It looks fun. It looks very collegiate. Shows off the excellence that we have.
Absolutely. How does Northeast set itself apart from other higher ed institutions in the region?
Well, I think one of those is our ability to operate a working farm. That makes us very different, not just in our region, but in the entire United States. That commitment to provide that hands-on learning for our students in our agriculture programs, as well as our biology programs, right, really matters and is something very unique and different, both in our region and nationally.
Have they let you drive any of the tractors?
Oh goodness, no. They did. I have been on a couple simulators, and that is pure fun. People love to laugh at me. I'm terrible at video games, so I would tell you that shows itself as well. Now, I've ridden in several pieces of machinery, both with local producers and folks on our campus, but no, they don't let me drive.
What is your union coffee order?
Short Americano with an extra shot of espresso.
Wow.
I walk up to Jeffrey and he knows exactly what I want. He goes,
Hey.
yep, the small one, right? I said, yep, the small one with an extra shot. Yeah.
Yeah, they've got some great service there.
Oh,
for sure.
They do. Jeffrey's a figure that we all appreciate.
Absolutely.
Very, very much.
So you have been in the role of president about 5 years now. What big changes have you seen on campus over that time, and what can we expect in the near future?
Well, I think talking about Maclay more specifically, I think what is so exciting is it's bringing together all of our our leadership for teaching and learning. And all of the different portions that we do, from bringing in our adult basic ed and English language learning into the facility that's our primary classroom building, is something very special as we talk about finding ways to increase the college going culture, providing opportunities for people to upskill and reskill, so that they can then live the life that all of us in Northeast Nebraska cherish so much. And so to me, the reality is we have a changing demographic in Northeast Nebraska, as well as Nebraska as a whole. The size of the high school population is declining. We do know that there are so many people that want to do different and do more. We know the pace of change, the pace of automation, in our manufacturing operations and our agriculture operations really are requiring people to learn different skills. And so that's what I think is so exciting as we look at facilities. One of the most exciting things we have for the spring is the opening of the iHub in downtown Norfolk. This really was a vision created by multiple leaders in our community and in our state to say, how do we create those pathways for children into automation and robotics, into manufacturing, and understanding the relationship between manufacturing, agriculture, and technology. And it's going to provide a place for learners of all ages to explore, to learn, to try, as well as that space that will be a bookend of some initiatives in the Norfolk community that have really been focused on building up the downtown economy, the downtown feel, the specialness of what we have here in Norfolk.
That's great. I couldn't agree more. So how do you like to unwind in your free time?
I have, for the past few years, been able to take a jog at least 5 days a week.
Nice.
And it matters so much. And I do think, though, that people that work with me are a little frightened of that, because I swear to you, every time I get back from my run, I've come up with some good idea, or something has come to mind, or I've been to make that connection. But I really love it, and I love the fall. Fall is the best time of year to go for a morning jog. Sometimes the moon is setting and the sun is coming up, and the stars are beautiful, and I love to run outside, and that has been really, really happy. I also have to say to you, the other thing I love to do is I am in my car a lot. Mm-hmm. I'm a terrible singer,
yeah,
but boy, do I love to sing. And I turn on my music loud, and I just have a ball. I'm like laughing at myself, envisioning myself doing it just the other day.
So I guess that kind of goes into my next question. What is a song that's definitely on the Northeast President's playlist?
Oh my gosh, my favorite song of all time is Fishin' in the Dark.
Fishin' in the Dark.
I grew up in Wyoming. It was a song that's always been a part of my life, and the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band does a great job. And I also need to give shout outs to Garth Brooks, because every concert he sings Fishin' in the Dark.
That's great.
So yeah, it's my fave.
What are your priorities as president?
It's such an interesting question, because it changes a little bit as we work on things and work on priorities at the institution. And I would say that right now it's fairly externally focused. How do we continue Northeast Community College trajectory to serve our region? And there are forces at play throughout the region, throughout the state. There are demographic changes, there's population changes, there's pieces related to the agriculture industry that's changing. So there's a lot of change. And so how do we remain relevant? And so my relationship with business leaders, with political leaders, with elected officials is so important to express what's our priorities at the institution and the work that we're doing that supports our region. It is the community college's role is, yes, to educate students. It's also to ensure that we're contributing to the success of our 20 county service area. And so we have to have those conversations and keep Northeast at the forefront of conversations that are being had, that I get to be in the room or I'm not in the room. We are a part of solutions to help our economy stay strong, to help prepare students for the future. and to really be a part of every community we serve. And so the president has more of an externally focused role. I have a great team of vice presidents that make sure our operations are going well every day. And my role is to connect with others, to support our institution at every place that we can garner that support.
What is your favorite spot to grab a bite on campus?
You know, I have to admit it is Hawks Point, because I love getting a big salad.
Yeah.
And the fun part about the all you care to eat and all the options, I don't like to use salad dressing all the time because I love it so much and I eat way too much. And so when you're in the residential life food service area, you can use other things as your salad dressing.
Really?
Right? So if they have some great green beans over there with bacon on top of them, right? You can just drop the green beans on, and there's a little bit of sauce there. Or I often do, they have two yummy salads, one with peas and one with broccoli, right? So you can just put that on top of it, and then you don't have to add the salad dressing. So I get to be creative when I go to Hawks Point.
Sounds really good.
Yeah.
What is your favorite hidden gem on campus that most students overlook?
So that's a great question, because we don't have an official name for it.
Okay.
But there's a name for it because one of the previous board members, Ken Echtenkamp, which we have a building named after him, there's a little grove of trees on campus.
Yeah.
So people that have been around a long time have called it Echtenkamp Park.
Okay.
We don't call it that yet officially. I believe we will. But when there was some work on the college master plan, Ken was at the table and he circled that grove of trees and he said, we always have to have that. So if you go into those grove of trees, there's a gazebo, there are benches, there are picnic tables, there is some art that used to be in front of McClay. So it's really it's very much a hidden gem, and people just walk by it. They don't go in it. So students should go in it, check it out. And we probably need to do some work to upgrade it a little bit, sand down those benches, paint them up, make that gazebo look a little better. We're gonna get there. But it's a special little place that has some fun hidden gems in it, as well as it being a hidden gem.
What makes Northeast so great in your words?
Oh, there is so many things that make Northeast so special. The diversity of learners, the excellence in teaching that our faculty provide, the support services that we provide outside the classroom, the beauty of our college campus here in Norfolk, as well as the facilities we have throughout our 20-county service area. Our faculty and our staff are so committed to supporting our region, the rural vitality that we have, and meeting the needs of the people in our area. And I just love being a part of this incredible community.
So what is a piece of advice you would offer to students that has helped you find success in your career?
Don't be afraid. Just do it. The college is different than if you're able as a college student to commit to college being your number one priority. Do everything that you possibly can. Do the things that you never believed you would do. Join clubs. Go to things by yourself. Talk to people that seem interesting to you. Don't be afraid. Just engage. I think as a college student, right? I had so much fun in college. I never left. I've been in higher ed for my entire career. It gave me opportunities growing up in a small town that I never imagined I would have. I got to, study abroad. I had the chance. Well, I didn't really study abroad. I worked abroad. I had a summer internship in Europe. It was an incredible experience. I joined all kinds of clubs and organizations. I had 3 jobs on campus. I just embraced it all. And I don't even know if I had the advice to do that, but I'm so glad I did it. Take naps. There's my other bit of advice, because it doesn't happen once you have to work full time or have children and all that. So take naps, do everything that you can. Get out of your comfort zone. That's kind of a cliche thing, but
It's a good one though.
Don't be afraid. Just take a risk. There's nothing that right when I the kinds of, I shouldn't say take a risk. What I'm saying is just do those things that you never thought you'd do, because what's the worst that can happen?
Right.
Not much. So you learn from it, you grow from it.
What's one college experience you wish every Northeast student would try before they graduate?
Wow. Gosh, that's hard,
It
because
is.
number one, I think everyone needs an experiential learning experience,
Yeah.
right? If that's job shadowing, if that's a clinical experience like our nurses get, an internship, I think they need to put themselves in that space. I also feel I got to say something else. Every student needs to go to an activity. Be that something that our Student Leadership Association puts on, our Student Activities Council, because there are students that are working on creating those pieces of community. And so they deserve you to attend or go to an athletic event.
Yeah.
You don't even have to like athletics. That's not what it is. But to see the commitment those students have made to something outside of the classroom, or in with athletic events, Student Activities Council, a Skills USA competition, an FBLA program, one of the judging competitions that our ag students do. Just go to something where you can see your peers in action as they explore their discipline, the love of a sport, their interest in becoming a leader.
Absolutely, that's great. Well, is there anything else that you would like to say to the Northeast students before we sign off?
Northeast Community College is a very special place, and I get to say that as the president. I also know it to be true as I get the opportunity to talk with people all over the country. Our students are successful when they graduate. They graduate at higher rates than most college students in the United States. It's a beautiful place. It's a place to be proud of, and it's a place to grow. So
Absolutely.
go Hawks, onward and upward.
Yes. Thanks so much for joining us, President Barrett.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Until next time, Hawks, onward and upward.